Hi friends, Baato Gyan YouTube channel welcomes you all. Today we are going to discuss objective question on field effect transistor. This video is helpful for the students who are preparing for the competitive exams, interviews, as well as it is useful for the first year engineering students who are going to appear in semester exams. So here is the first question. Define field effect transistor. Answer is a field effect transistor is a three-terminal device which can be used as an amplifier or switch. The three terminals are drain, source and gate. Next question. Define channel. Answer is it is a bar-like structure which determines the type of FET. Different types of FET are N-channel FET and P-channel FET. Here is the next question. Draw the transfer characteristic for N-channel depletion type MOSFET. This is the transfer characteristic of N-channel depletion type MOSFET. This graph is plotted between IDS and VGS. VGS is gate to source voltage and IDS is drain to source current. And here the formula used is ID is equals to IDS is 1 minus VGS upon VP ka whole square. So ID is drain current, IDS is maximum saturation drain current, and here VGS is gate to source voltage and VP is pinch off voltage. When the value of VGS is equals to 0, the drain current will be maximum. It will be equals to IDSS, and when VGS is equals to VP, the drain current will be minimum. It is 0 at the VGS is equals to VP. Next question. What do you understand by pinch off voltage? Answer is pinch off voltage is a drain to source voltage of after which the drain to source current becomes almost constant and a JFET enters into saturation region. And the pinch off voltage is denoted by VP. Next question. Why FET is called as voltage control device? Answer is in FET the output current ID is controlled by the voltage applied between gate and source. Therefore, FET is said to be voltage control device. Compare BJT and MOSFET. Here is the comparison between BJT and MOSFET. BJT has common base, common emitter, common collector configuration, and MOSFET has common source, common gate and common drain configuration. BJT has less input resistance compared to MOSFET. MOSFET has very high input resistance. BJT has input-output relationship linear, but the MOSFET has non-linear input-output relationship. In BJT, gain bandwidth product is high. In MOSFET, gain bandwidth product is low. In BJT, thermal noise is more. In MOSFET, thermal noise is less. In BJT, thermal stability is less, but it is more in MOSFET. BJT has bigger size than MOSFET and MOSFET has a smaller size. Next question. Sketch the ohmic region in drain characteristic of JFET. Ohmic region in drain characteristic of JFET. This is a graph plotted between VDS and IT. It has three regions: ohmic region, saturation region and breakdown region. When the current is increasing as according to the applied voltage, that is VDS, it is called as the ohmic region. When current becomes constant, it is called as the saturation region. Next question. Define amplification factor in JFET. Answer is, it is defined as the ratio of change in drain to source voltage del VDS to the change in gate to source voltage del VGS, keeping drain current constant, that is ID. So mu is equals to del VDS upon del VGS and ID is constant here. Next question. What are the advantages of FET over BJT? Answer is, in FET, input resistance is high compared to BJT. In FET, construction is smaller than BJT. FET is less sensitive to changes in applied voltage than BJT. In FET, thermal stability is more than BJT. In FET, thermal noise is much lower than BJT. And thermal runaway does not exist in JFET. Next question. Write a comparison between JFET and BJT. Here is a comparison between BJT and JFET. In BJT, there is low input impedance. In JFET, it has high input impedance. In BJT, high output impedance. And JFET, there is a low output impedance. BJT is a bipolar device, whereas JFET is a unipolar device. BJT has more noise and JFET has less noise. BJT is cheaper than JFET and JFET is costlier. In BJT, gain is more. In JFET, gain is less. BJT is called as current control device, whereas JFET is called as voltage control device. Here is the next question. What are the important features of FET? Answer is, the parameters of FET are temperature dependent. In FET, as temperature increases, drain resistance also increases, reducing the drain current. Thus, unlike BJT, thermal runaway does not occur with FET. Thus, we can say FET is more temperature stable. FET has very high input impedance. Hence, FET is preferred in amplifiers. It is less noisy. It requires less space. It exhibits no offset voltage at zero drain current. Next question. Compare JFET and MOSFET. Here is the comparison of JFET and MOSFET. JFET is operated in depletion mode. MOSFET is operated in depletion mode and enhancement mode also. In JFET, high input impedance exists. In a MOSFET, very high input impedance exists. In JFET, gate is not insulated from channel. In MOSFET, gate is insulated from channel by a layer of SiO2. In JFET, channel exists permanently. In MOSFET, channel exists permanently in depletion type but not in enhancement type. In JFET, it is difficult to fabricate than MOSFET. In MOSFET, it is easier to fabricate. In JFET, drain resistance is high. In MOSFET, drain resistance is less. In JFET, gate is formed as a diode. In MOSFET, gate is formed as a capacitor. Next question. Define drain resistance. Answer is, it is defined as the ratio of change in drain to source voltage del VDS to the change in drain current del ID, keeping gate to source voltage constant, that is VGS. So RD is equals to del VDS upon del ID, keeping VGS constant. Next question. Define transconductance. Answer is, it is defined as the ratio of change in drain current del IT to the change in gate to source voltage del VGS, keeping drain to source voltage constant. So GM is equals to del IT upon del VGS, and VDS is constant here. Next question, define amplification factor. It is the multiplication of drain resistance to the transconductance. So mu is equals to GM into RD. Thanks for watching our video over field effect transistor. In this video, we tried to cover frequently asked questions in exams. If you have any other question related to this topic, please write in the comment section given below. I will reply back to you. Please like my video and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Keep watching our video on a Baato Gyan YouTube channel. Thank you.